seeds, plant them, and if you need another roll, you let me know, and I'll start digging some more furrows for you. And on the right side, that furrows will produce worms, which you can use in your fishing rod. So you do you, man.
Is he like the group leader?
I think he's taken leadership role upon himself. Definitely.
Yeah. But he said like upon himself.
I'm not sure if he's been allocated it. David's definitely who invited me here.
Sounds like sounds like he's the
I don't really do leadership.
yeah, same. I don't really like I don't really like leadership to be like leadership's alright, but like thing I like about Bert's place is that he just lets us do what we want.
Yeah, yeah, I was the same with the
Like
church.
nothing like he doesn't like care if we like fuck something up.
Yeah, it's just you play the game enough, I guess. But if it's a
Yeah.
mega project, I'll do my part. But this
Yeah.
little plantain would be my little thing. I should have gone forest. I'm foraging. I'll give up the corpse collecting, from now. I can get some skills going by processing some of the stuff.
Okay.
But no, I wanted to get out in the forest and start getting some bugs so I can go fishing.
Yeah.
Oh, my foraging will go up pretty quickly as well as soon as I finish this book.
Who was shooting just then?
I couldn't hear it.
Oh, someone's shooting.
Maybe some stuff outside the gate.
Oh, yeah. Just afraid to hop over the gate and fucking get swarmed by zombies.
Oh, that can happen.
Yeah.
Well, I'll jump over and take my chances. I don't really have much on me. I'm keeping all my tools in my little pontoon.
What skills do you got?
Tools. I've got pretty much everything except for the saw. But I haven't checked the back of Summer's van yet, and I know she'll probably have a couple of them. So I'll just grab one real quick, because I think she said I could have one. Nah, she definitely said it.
Oh, you guys stripped everything from these guys. Who's the person you're giving this all to?
What's his name?
Survival?
Nah, it starts with. Is it Gato? Yeah, it might be Gato.
Oh, Gator.
I don't know if it's Gato or Gato.
Yeah, I just call him Gator. Yeah, he used to live next to us actually.
Seems like a decent dude, man. He greeted me when I got here.
Funny thing is, he decides to live next to us when we cleared out the whole of West Point, and straight after we cleared it all out, he decides to move in.
That's probably why he moved away, because he wants to be a trader. He wants to. I think the people on this server want to develop more society things, and I think that's being pushed with the faction stuff. Like as an example, who was it? David's still in my faction, you know. So David, Judge, Summer, we're all in the first survivors faction. Oh, and Red as well. So we're just helping out, I guess, just establishing. Because I don't know, that's what we did with the church. I think like I like community values. I like sorting out, like helping people out. Might as well.
Oh yeah.
It's not for everybody. Man, fishing takes so long to level up. I think I need to, yeah, I need to go for a foraging trip.
Do you want me to put baby oil on you?
What the am I listening to?
No, okay. Something to tell you, I'm 14 years of age.
Yeah, you shouldn't tell people stuff like that, man.
Surprised.
You're not old enough to talk like that. Sorry, buddy.
Do you know how old this guy is?
Your character? Who? Nah, I know that he's. I think David's like 18 because he's told me he's drunk. At least 18. I don't know about the other guys, but I can assume a similar range. Most people that play this game are. Alright, now I just need to hope that I don't run into a banshee in the forests.
Uh-huh.
Just twigs. Why did I choose to go foraging at night time? I mean, it could be safer. Well, I found some mushrooms. Just looking for insects mostly, I think. Cockroaches, centipedes, grasshoppers.
Oh, I can play all the songs now.
All of them?
Yeah. Alright, I'm playing Creep. You ready?
I'm not close, but I can kind of hear it.
It's
Oh, wild
loud.
garlic's good. That's gonna be for a garlic poultice. 5 wild garlic, that's huge. Bro, I got 47 XP off of that. That's like almost half the. Awesome.
Oh, I forgot. It's a different instrument, so it's not gonna be loud.
Yeah, I'm starting to head away now. I'm heading down that dirt road that's like next to the. Let's head south.
Oh
Southeast.
no, the song was Zombie. Sorry, Zombie.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's by Not Placebo. Not Placebo.
Creep.
Creeps by Radiohead.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
What's in your head? Zombie, yeah, because that's thematic to what this game's about. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Bird feathers. Just burn them. I think my fire's still got 20 hours worth of fuel. Thistles. I'm getting all my herbs. Foraging levels up real quick.
Alright.
Didn't realise.
Wait, so did you hop over the fence?
Yeah, I just jumped over it.
Was there any zombies?
Not really. I don't think there are any now. But it was night time and I was crouching in the woodline, so
Alright.
come check it now. Coming back. Oh. Nope. Is this your red car outside?
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, cool.
Any
I
zombies?
think you left the lights on.
Is there any zombies?
No.
Do you know if there's like a saxophone that you can find in the game?
Sure, there would be.
Yeah, there are
Oh.
there's saxophone.
Do you guys have Foraging Volume 2?
Yeah,
I'll go
probably.
to check.
Go have a look. You see, just need to borrow it for the duration of, well, I don't know, how long will it take to read? 4 hours?
Yeah, you can take working if you want.
Maybe in the back of Summer's van there might be.
Oh yeah, Summer's van might have stuff.
Right, someone got a bunch of guns in
We
here.
got Foraging Volume 1. Nah, just Volume 1.
Check the other shelves.
I checked 2 shells.
Or maybe inside.
Holy shit. Oh shit. I'm glad that I've got what's it called? Oh, tobacco seeds packet, thank you. Stolen.
Holy.
Sugar beet seeds, stolen. Alright. Books. Tomato pack.
You seriously have no electric guitar.
Music volume 3, mechanics, all the metalworks, maintenances, first aids, come on foraging, nah. No foraging. But is there a saw category? Tool, pipe wrench. Ah, there's no saws. No! Prosthetic arm hook. No. She said she had both.
No, there is a prosthetic arm here.
But it's a hook, not a arm.
No, it's a prosthetic arm.
Where is it? Ah,
Yeah,
give
I'll
me a
pick
sec.
it up.
Give me a sec. Let's see if the foraging's over here, maybe.
I'll drop it outside the shop for you.
She only had foraging level 1, looks like. Oh, checking in the box. Oh no, there we go, volume 2, grab.
There you go, it's on the ground right here.
Thank you, brother. Okay, I'm just having a bigger look still. There's a music notebook in here.
Yeah, I don't need that. Not yet, at least.
Hmm. Some maintenance I might need to grab. What else am I doing? I'm doing farming. And
Yeah, I might head home now.
oh, that's alright, man. It was good hanging out. Thanks for playing music for me. Do you reckon I can steal that bass guitar back? Do you reckon I could just drop it off on my platoon?
Yeah, I dropped it.
Thank you.
Right. front. Same with the prosthetic arm.
Appreciate it.
Real good. Because I do probably want to log off soon and head to sleep because I'm getting pretty tired.
No stress, man. It's probably pretty late for you, hey?
Yeah, I think it is. Just gotta make my way around these zombies real quick.
It's only 9:30 for me, so
When I get away from these zombies, I'll. Oh, my column is flipped. Oh, that's interesting. Bert's taught me all his tips and tricks of just in case if the car does flip.
oh yeah.
Taught me how
Any
to
good ones?
unflip. Just as soon as it's about to flip, turn it in the opposite direction and push down. It should flip it right back.
Oh, okay. I'll give that a go next time it flips. I don't think I've ever had it flip.
Oh mate, if there was one zombie and I was going literally 60 over it and it fucking flipped me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've had it happen almost with a couple of the faster cars.
Gotta trace my way back through this fucking forest. So the way I got to here is I had to go through this big forest and maneuver my car all the way through it. Very tedious.
Do you know if cultivation's different to farming? What's cultivation?
Yeah, I'm actually not too sure what cultivation is.
I think that might mean marijuana in particular.
Yeah. I got my cleaning up to level 1, but I don't know if like what the fuck cleaning does.
Maybe it just makes it quicker to clean. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna be getting cleaning up because I've got the what's it called? The like being messy.
Oh. I always like to clean up the house.
Fair enough. I just know I live chaotically.
Yeah. So our area is like, I think our area of the map might possibly be the safest because we've cleared out practically every zombie in West Point and around it. And you can literally go outside and fucking make as much noise as you want, and no zombies will come.
Oh man, Rosewood feels a bit that way.
Mm.
But that's just because there's so many people that have kind of come in and out.
Yeah.
Ooh, you use up the Hotties magazine once, don't you? It doesn't get reread.
Oh,
Never mind.
I mean, man, I only have about 300 hours. I'm not the most experienced.
That's fair enough. I've spent probably most of my hours in this server.
Yeah, same. I think I tried playing on what's name solo. Didn't really like it, to be honest. Even with the survivor, like the survivor mod, like to actually add more survivors, like NPC AIs.
Oh yeah.
Still felt pretty empty, not being able to like actually talk to someone and do stuff with them.
Yeah, I had like I originally played my first
What's about, like,
on a
there's nearly
duo
like a
with
thousand
one of my
couple
mates
of
in real life.
bits of thread there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yes, prosthetic arm.
Oh, by the way, grab maggots. They can get used as bait.
Do you have maggots on the bodies over there?
Yeah, there are maggots on the bottom.
Yeah, awesome.
Shit, I
I
want to
appreciate
get
that.
Daisy. I'm gonna
Put
get
some
an
grasshoppers
APC
here.
for Christmas, so I should be
Yeah,
able to run
Go
it good.
for it, man. It's a good game.
Just dropped them over behind Krieger.
Oh, there's crickets there too.
Awesome.
Can I steal those? I just went into Summer's van. She's got a lot of good stuff. There's a couple videos that I can give you guys, but they're just survival ones. But she's got shitloads of books. I recommend you guys going and collecting them.
We've been trying to get switch over
Oh,
to
okay.
solar panel power, but we can't seem to find
the
jack
interior of the
cool.
van.
Like we can't find
There's a lot
any
of shit. And when I say
solar
there's a lot
panels.
of shit, there really is a lot of shit.
It's a lot. It's all on the floor. Go give it a go.
At the moment, I think we've only got about.
Oh,
I
Four.
tried to
just
find a
realised
saw,
how
I just couldn't find a
much
saw,
ammo's in the
because someone
back
said
of
I could
this
have
truck.
one.
What the fuck?
Alright, I've got a saw. Who needs it?
I'd like to have one to keep, but I could keep it in a place. If you keep it in a place, I can use it.
Okay.
No, like. the
All I'm
interior,
saying
not
is
the
this
back.
saw has to stay in this place. Cannot
Yeah, yeah.
leave.
No, I'm not going to
Because
leave your
it-
property.
Trust me when I say this. This saw cost me so much to get.
Is that the one from Summer?
Now that's the one from.
Oh, by the way, funny thing is, you know
Get
all
up,
these
get
tires
up.
on the car that I have on right now.
I don't need to use it
So,
right now,
no.
but if you just show me where it's kept, then I'll be happy to
Okay.
use it. Sorry, mate. I'm just talking to the group. What's
Just
up?
put it downstairs
oh,
in the tool
oh,
shed.
I've
got a
Feel free
question.
to
Is
All
this
store
one
it
the
in the
tires on
back.
my
First
car.
van,
Guess what?
does it
Actually,
belong to someone?
percentage they are.
I
What,
think
the
it's
tires?
summer.
Yeah,
Is it like their personal?
they're all at
Or
zero.
they like?
I have no idea.
I know Summer's
Yet
pretty
I
community
drive
minded.
perfectly
She'll probably
fine
share
and
it for
have
everybody.
not got a burst.
But
in
that's the idea here, right? We're a
or
commune
ever.
kind of thing.
I mean, I
quite weird.
guess. I mean, at this
And
point,
as soon as you
may
put
well.
chains on them, like on the wheels, it goes straight back up to 100.
Yeah, I was just like double checking before I touched it.
Man, that's pretty crazy. Nah, I love the fact that this game's like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Alright,
This
I'm gonna
this is the most realistic zombie.
do some
game, yeah.
reading. I'll put the videos up in the thing. It's probably the most realistic game, I'd say, when it comes to zombie survival. DayZ's like humanity, like realism. Like it shows people's humanity.
Somebody grab me a lighter real quick.
I think I got
Probably
one, mate.
Zomboid just
Got
has
one?
way more stuff.
I'm just gonna start some burn
Like, can
piles
you
going.
put armor on your vehicle?
Yes, I have it on me.
Thanks, man.
Oh, good stress.
Can
got
you
matches
take
as
all
well,
the
so-
different
grab
individual
that saw,
parts
grab the
of
saw
the
if you're
car,
gonna use
like
it.
the exhaust?
I'm not using it
and
right
the
now. I'm
brakes
not
and
using it
that,
right now.
and
You just show me where it is, the
get
tool
new
place,
parts
and
and put it on the
I'll
car
use it when I need
in
to.
Daisy. And I
I was
think
gonna say,
pretty
this
sure
van is
can't.
stacked.
Yeah.
Go inside.
There's
Go
so many
inside.
books.
Pretty sure with Daisy's
Press
like
V and
mods,
go inside.
they have heaps of mods though.
Oh yeah, I mean the server people, the people that are on the servers, they can make the mods whatever they want.
Yeah, I really the
I'm
the
looking
thing I
now,
hated about
my
console, there's
God.
like you couldn't put mods on, and I really wanted like different guns. Because the mod guns look so good.
I don't think I've seen those mods myself.
No, it's like sniper mod, like just gun mods.
Oh yeah, I grabbed a gun from the back to have a look at, but I
Oh,
didn't
these guys are
realize it
really
was
loud. There's like 4 people talking to each other.
I don't know what to do with
It
it.
definitely
Yeah.
drowned you out. I'm
It's just
sorry.
not
And then I was
gonna be-
negotiating like about certain things.
Mm.
Okay, right. Now definitely when you get a new computer, definitely go and play DayZ.
Yeah, it
And
is
during the
gonna be-
Christmas, during
Yeah.
the Christmas, it should be good as well.
Oh my god, my game lagged. Bro, my game lagged the fuck out there. for
Oh,
a second.
going in there, yeah. I'd recommend the 2D models.
Yeah, but
No,
to
like,
be honest,
getting out of
like,
it.
probably
Oh, it's really
next
difficult.
year,
Yeah, there's a
might
little bit of a
not be
delay
as
getting
much
the exit
because,
button.
the
The
reason I'm
right
playing so
menu
much
to
is
come
because
up.
it's my off season for basketball
Yeah.
at the moment.
Oh yeah, so you got a lot of
So,
time to play video games.
Yeah.
It's basketball, winter
I think
sport.
we got some bad news, boys.
What's up?
That's bad.
Sometimes.
I don't think the campfire burns corpses in this mod.
There's
in
no
this
fire
server.
spread, I don't think.
I even said that there's no fire spread.
But yeah,
So
I
much for the
Pure
burn piles, but hey, at the very least, it's
season
really
just-
easy for me to
just
process that.
unfinished and,
Sorry, guys.
I've been
All good.
I didn't mean to put you through that. I thought it worked.
That's what I thought it was for, just
So I
processing,
do
bro.
train 4 times a week and it's a lot of work.
Being in team sports is really good, man.
Yeah.
It's like good for a lot of different reasons.
Train 4 times a week for 2 hours every day.
Oof, and then you go sit on your bum for 2 months, 3 months.
Mhm.
You could just do AFL. Oh no, that's not a, what's it called? That's a winter sport as well.
Hmm.
Okay, I need to process my loot. Sorry, I've got my brain between a couple of different things now here.
Yeah.
Wait, no, hold on, let me check. No, I still wouldn't think not to do it anyway.
David, have you got the headhunter rifle? Is that M14?
I do not have an M.
No,
I
they
do not
asked
have
what
an
gun that
M.
was, and I realised it was the M14.
Yeah, it's just a reskinned M14. That's clearly all it is now.
You right, buddy? What's going on? Come here. Come here. Come here, what's going on? Do your ears still hurt? Come here. Do your ears still hurt? Yeah. My poor dog. It's got a sore ear.
Oh. How's that?
Ah, it's just an infection. Gotta put the the
Uh-oh.
drips in.
What sort of dog you got?
Big German Shepherd.
Oh yeah. I got myself Staffy, pure
Ah,
purebred.
love a Staffy.
I got this fat black one and this young white Staffy.
Oh, you got two.
Yeah, I got two.
Ah, lovely. That's
The
good.
fat one's pretty old. He just likes to sit around, do nothing all day. Fucking farts a lot. That's what I can say.
You love all them. You love them for everything.
Yeah, and then the white one, he's a menace. He always gets out of the yard somehow, out the back, cause he keeps making holes and he gets out. But he knows well enough not to leave too far.
No,
He always
definitely.
comes back. Pretty smart dog. Yeah, we got him from these couple. They had a litter and they didn't. Not a litter. That's fucking cats. Pretty sure.
I don't know. Same thing, I reckon.
Oh yeah, litter. They had a litter of dogs and too many, and they just didn't want any, so they gave one of them to us for free.
Oh. Yeah, as is a rescue, so he had some problems.
Oh yeah.
And he's pretty good now. I got a cat in the house, so he was originally didn't want to be around the cat. He's kind of scared of other animals, but
Our,
they tolerate each other now. So
Yeah. Our my purebred Staffy, he's I think he we got him from this previous owner, and his kid was I think he was autistic, and
Hey, if you
he
guys
was
end
always
up
rough on the
seeing
dog.
Terrence Point,
I think he was abusing him
what happened to
a lot,
carving,
hitting him with stuff.
there's a bunch of
Cause he has PTSD. Cause every time I pick up a broom or anything, he gets a little scared.
oh yeah, probably been smacked.
Yeah.
We got a carbine already, man.
Oh, it's like a specific one. It's the one that uses forge for mag.
Nah, pets
Oh,
are great,
yeah.
man.
We've got one that
There's a lot of
uses
responsibility.
Yeah, I got.
I'm looking after two of them at the moment. Sometimes I just forget to fill their water up or something for a couple hours. I feel like an asshole.
Yeah, I got I have two guinea pig. Not two guinea pigs. I have about 6 of them. 6 guinea pigs.
Oh whoa.
Those aren't mine. Those are my sister's. But I used to have a cat, but he died not too long ago.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, not too sure what happened. He got out of the house and the day after we found him not too far up the street, fucking dead on the side of the road.
You don't want to hear that.
Yeah, it
No,
sucked.
my cat's not allowed outside.
Yeah, I actually don't know how he got out, because we always make sure to lock the doors.
No, they're pretty crafty. They'll wait,
Yeah.
or they'll whine, or they'll find a window that's open and just get out.
Yeah. He always liked to scratch a lot. So I think what he might have done, he might have scratched out some of the you know the the first door.
Oh yeah.
You have
The
2
fly
doors.
wire.
And yeah, yeah. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I think you know what I mean.
Yep.
Scratched through it, and made his way through and got out. I think.
No, my cat's what's it called. She just does her nails on the carpet and that's it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I
I'm
want
tired.
like cardboard. We actually cause he actually liked cardboard so much when we first got him from this lady. Um, we named him Boxhead.
I didn't name my cat. Came
Oh yeah.
from a family, and a little kid named him Lunch.
Oh yeah.
But I'm a chef, so it all worked out well.
Mm.
Alright, now we're gonna do tomatoes. I'm thinking about getting off of the Discord just because the multiple voices talking all over each other is starting to get a bit hard for me.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm about to be at my base anyway.
No stress, man. Well, best of luck with you.
Thank you.
And
Best,
it's good hanging out. Thanks for playing music. And it's good
all
chatting.
good. Best of luck with those bodies.
Yeah. Doing yeah. Let's do it. I'll get through. I'll figure out where we all sit. All right. Good luck to you. Catch up.
Yeah.
Do we maybe have like a watering can?
What?
Do we have maybe a watering can?
Don't think so, mate. But
That's alright.
that's the thing with irrigation. When we get it set up, all you need is some pipes, lay it down beside it, and it automatically waters it to a set limit.
No stress. So
we
you just
don't
need an
use
elevated
the-
position with a water source and then...
Nope, not even that.
Okay.
You just need irrigation pipes hooked up to a water source.
What are you guys doing?
That's preferable. And yeah, it'll automatically. You just gotta water the crops once to set the water level, and then it'll keep it at that water level. So it's not
Ah.
just water at the water source.
So we can go straight from the well.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's a lot of metal pipes, but it's worthwhile. Looks like we're going to have a lot of cabbages and tomatoes to start with.
That's the thing. The irrigation pipes, they're actually kind of cheap to build, considering one metal pipe makes about like 10 of them. We just need to get some metal scraps and some electronic scraps for a trade offer. And he'd be alright.
Hopefully we get a good amount after these piles are processed.
Well, I've already got quite a bit right now, as it is. I'll message him and see what we can get.
Do you know he's got a huge stockpile?
Yes, he does.
Okay. Okay, it should be pretty exciting then. I heard Summer say that the toilets don't work anymore.
No, we just need to hook them up to plumbing, but that's a pretty difficult task as it is at the moment. Sorry.
What's the solution for that then?
So the solution would be getting a water barrel of some sort on.
Oh, I
the
meant the personal
third
solution to
story
needing to
balcony.
poop. It was how do you poop in this game? I don't know the mod.
Go in the corner, away from everyone else, and just shit. So go behind the shed, pretty much. Grab some toilet paper with you too.
And you just... Do I have to wait for a certain level of urge?
No. I mean, it does it. Actually, yes, you do. Do you have like? Is it like slight urge?
Yeah, it's just a slight urge.
Then don't worry about it.
Ah, no stress. Thank you.
No problem. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's another thing on the to-do list. Krieger over here looking like a fucking 18th century Jaeger.
Thanks, man. That's the fit.
The fucking fan. It really does look like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
What did you call it again?
Where'd all these spears go?
18th century Jaeger. Basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you.
Oh look, there's a metal pipe round.
This
I'll show you guys.
You right? You right, buddy? What's up?
You can't notice. You don't notice it.
I didn't realize I'm still streaming.
Yeah, I have like.
Alright, guys. David, you there?
Wait, hang on. Krieger?
Can somebody go grab David, please?
Krieger.
I need his old phone from him.
You said you were looking for the right?
David. Before we go, guys, I need to talk to you, David. Is it alright if we trade off one of the solar panels for irrigation piping?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
So we need to go around and set up
Well, in all honesty, do we really need to worry about fuel? We have a gas station literally on our doorstep.
eventually that gas will run out.
I guess, but it's very, very later rather than sooner. No, I understand what you mean. We want some renewability here. I know. But I feel like trading that slight gain we have on that, even though we don't even have anything set up or can even set up anything close to it, I feel like trading that in for irrigation, which is a very close, needy goal, would be much better suited. And it's just a single solar panel. It's not everything.
I'm upstairs. What do you need me for?
You said you were looking for an M16?
No, it's all good, bro. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
No, I think I went. It was, what was it? M16, I imported, whichever one it was. I found it upstairs, and I just put it back in the gun room because I got the thing, and I really like it. Yeah, thanks for checking, but yeah.
What's wrong, buddy? Wait, 6 metal pipes for a solar panel.
Trust me, mate. We're gonna need those pipes.
Do you mean like
That's what we
fully
tried.
the irrigation ones, or do you mean just metal pipes?
One metal pipe equals 10 irrigation pipes.
Okay, okay. I thought you needed like multiple metal pipes for one irrigation.
No. See, that's the problem. Now they're trying to see how much we got, but we gotta keep our cards close to our chest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's trade. I get it.
I'm just gonna be AFK real quick.
Okay, there wouldn't happen to be like some grey military boots outside.
I think there's some on the bodies.
Military boots everywhere.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking for like some grey ones specifically,
Well,
or just like black or whatever. You know, just not the tan ones.
I got some black ones over here on the pontoon if you need them.
Most of them up.
Yeah, I got some on the dock in one of my bags. Black ones.
I found some, but they have holes.
ah,
There we go.
man, I fucking love how my character looks. He's got that solid snake kind of vibe to him. You know what I mean?
Oh, I love Metal Gear Solid.
Do you think this looks better when I have the light colored boots on?
Can't really tell. They're just black. You know what I mean? They kind of just look black. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just too dark.
I just like when I've done metalworking, I feel like I've gotten metal pipes so often.
Yes, we will get metal pipes more often, but obviously, as it is right now, we need to get as many as we can, and I'm pretty sure you can craft solar panels.
I think you need the book, but yeah, I think you can.
We have the book.
Oh yeah,
It's a good thing.
check it out.
The bro was asking for 60 fucking electronic scrap for one solar panel. Oof. Yeah, that is not good exchange rates, mate. That's like a 6 times exchange rate. You know that? Yeah. So
Extortion? Question mark?
not extortion. Not extortion. See, if we didn't have the ability to create our own, that would be really our only way of doing it, and he could charge as much as he wants. Because effectively speaking, we have no use for it, and he has a use for it, and we have a use for something that he has. So therefore, technically speaking, it's not extortion, just very, very expensive, and less likely to actually have that much trade going along for it. But we can make it, and he wants what we can make. So I say, if we can get to electrical level 5, which is a very big fucking task, it's possible that we can start trading him solar panel parts from what we've got. But as it is right now, the one solar panel part for 6 metal pipes, that'll do us pretty nicely.
I'm having trouble getting my fishing rod in the water with this bait. What's going on here? Fishing rod is conditioned fine. I've got the bait. The bait then gets into my main hand for some reason. I might need a relog.
There's gonna be a lot of zombies, probably, just because of that. Oh, I found a metal bar. I'll take that. There's gonna be a lot of zombies, probably, just.
Which one's better, the metal bar or the metal pipe? Every time I picked them up, it felt the exact same. Looking at their stats side by side, they're the same exact weapon. Except, wait, the metal bar does 0.1 more damage, so it's settled. The metal bar is the best. Or is it? The copy and pasted wiki section gives us some information. The first piece of info being that you can hit 2 zombies at once if you have multi-hit enabled, and the second piece of info being that you can attach it to your back. So great, they both have the same combat abilities. But in Zomboid, you can't judge a weapon based off its combat abilities alone. You need to factor in utility. So what can the metal bar do that the metal pipe can't? The metal bar can be used to make wall frames and metal bar barricades. Great, I have a window barricade and a metal house that I can build. Cool. So what can the metal pipe do? It can do all of this. Pipe bombs, metal fences, pole fences, wired fences, metal shelves, metal crates, metal counters. You get the point. But there's one feature that they both have in common. Cheesing maintenance levels. Due to their high durability and low door damage, both of these are great to smack against your garage door to level up your maintenance. So which one's better? The metal pipe. Even though the bar has 0.1 more damage, it's not enough to make that big of a difference in combat. The bar barricades fall behind in stats once you level up other skills, and building a metal house is a ton of resources. Meanwhile, the metal pipe can make the best buildable crate in the game. Thanks for watching. Check out my Patreon. See ya.
From a small indie company's first FPS to a powerhouse across multiple platforms, metas and weapons have changed drastically with Valorant over the last 4 years. And with the most recent patch, 9.10, one of the wildest changes to Valorant was introduced, the regenerating shields. This shield changes everything about how the game will be played with its unique stats, interactions, and more. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video as I explain exactly what this shield does, why it matters, and how I recommend you to use the newest tool in Valorant's arsenal. And real quick, if you need more hands-on help to implement these tips, my team of Radiant and VCT coaches can help you rank up 500 RR in just 10 weeks, guaranteed, or we'll coach you for free until you do inside the Immortal Roadmap program. You'll be getting over 100 hours of personalized coaching with hands-on drills, scrims, and one-on-ones to make sure you learn everything you need to hit Immortal Plus. So if you're serious about putting in the work with world-class coaches, click the link in the description below to book a free call with a coach to see if we'd be a good fit. Hurry, because there are 27 out of 80 spots left for the next season. Now, back to the video. Since the game launched back in 2020, a lot has changed. There's been rebalancing, completely new agents, and even some new guns. One thing never changed though, shields. However, patch 9.10 has come along to change that, introducing both regenerating shields as well as drastic changes to the game and its meta. Let's break it down. Simply put, regenerating shields are the newest shield type put into the game, and they come with some unique stats. It has the same standard 25 shields as a light shield. However, it doesn't let any damage pass before the shield breaks. What does that exactly mean? With irregular light and heavy shields, damage hurts both your shield and HP pool, since the damage negated by shields is just 66%. Now, that might sound bad, but it really isn't. This mechanic is what allows you to get healed back up to 124 health after getting hit by a single Vandal Bullet, for example. However, the regenerating shield negates 100% of damage before it affects your standard HP, and there's a good reason for this difference. On top of this feature, regen shields have 50 reserve hit points. That means if you take 25 points of damage, take cover, and then wait a few seconds, your armor regenerates to 25 again. That can happen twice in one round, and any remaining HP can also carry over to the next round if you survive. So the benefit of the regen isn't felt just in a single round. It can be maintained round to round. And the crazy part, it only costs 650 credits to buy. That means you can technically buy 75 armor on the pistol round, which we'll get into shortly. However, part of the reason why this update is so significant is that the new shield also affected the weapon balance in the game. Sure, the run and gun meta is being shaken up with weapons outside of the SMG class due to the recent accuracy changes. However, the most significant change to the weapon sandbox comes with the Phantom being buffed. Because regen shields were introduced, having your primary rifle do 124 damage at max distances would feel terrible to play against. Just imagine dinging an enemy for 124, them running back to their stage to get healed back up to 125 HP, and then losing the fight while dinging an enemy for the second time in the same round. So to balance this, the Phantom now does 140 damage at long range, while also having the one-shot headshot range increased by 5 meters. This means light and regen shields are weaker against the new Phantom at all ranges. But that's not the only gun you need to watch out for a while using these shiny new shields. That's because there are some scary interactions that you ought to be aware of. The Outlaw is the newest weapon in Valorant's arsenal, with its biggest strength being how much damage it does to anyone not wearing heavy armor. That of course includes regen armor. So if you're force buying too often and your opponents notice this, it doesn't matter if your shields regenerate in the round. The Outlaw takes you out entirely before you have a say. The same is true if the enemy team is force buying too often. Punishing them with the Outlaw is probably your best option to get maximum value against the regen shields. Another gun that's a pretty bad interaction for these regenerating shields is the Guardian. It does 65 damage a shot, meaning that light or regen shields put you into 2 body shot territory. Even the Bulldog is a little bit dicey, as a single headshot and body shot will deal a combined total damage of 150. Which can happen quite quickly when you consider its 3-round burst. Let me be clear though, the regen shield isn't always bad news. If you're going up against a Vandal and get hit 2 or 3 times, you'd much rather have a regen shield, especially if you or your teammates have some healing abilities. You can get hit for 120 in 3 Vandal shots, be left on 5 HP, and get healed by your Sage or Skye, as well as your regen armor, and boom, you're back to what's essentially full HP. So now you might be wondering, how should you be looking to use these shields and when should you buy them? Simply put, it depends on the context, but especially in the early stages of a half, regen shields have a good place in the meta. Pistol rounds are where regen shields truly shine, offering significant value due to the low damage nature of pistols, with the one exception of the Sheriff. This gives you a better chance to survive and benefit from the regen. Pistols doing less damage means that the extra HP can often be the difference between winning or losing an early engagement, similar to how Reyna becomes much harder to deal with when healing to 150 HP after a kill. Maybe you don't want to buy these regen shields on pistol rounds on any agent though. The best use of regen shields is on duelists, especially when combined with team or self heals and an upgraded pistol provided by a teammate. This turns them into a force to be reckoned with, a real raid boss if you will. Controllers and initiators on the other hand should probably avoid buying it, since they need to prioritize smokes and utility to support their team. The economic impact of regen shields also makes them a game changer. If you finish the pistol round with at least 25
Hey,
armor
if you wanna shoot a
remaining, you
gun
can carry them
in
into the
the
second round,
most
saving the
populated
400
area,
credits
you go
typically
ahead,
spent
but
on
I'm running away
rebuying light
from
armor
yours.
in round 2. This allows for earlier investments in abilities, rifles, or other critical items, potentially saving up a lot of credits across multiple rounds. While it's true that this strategy relies on survival to reach its full value, I think it's well worth it when you consider the economic impact in the long run. It's almost like you're pre-ordering armor for rounds 2 and 3 by just spending an extra 250 credits on it in round 1. Actually, it's probably better than that, considering that in any of these 3 rounds, these shields also have the potential to save your life, allowing you to keep an extra gun or maybe even allow you to win the round. Considering these factors, I think we can all agree that the regen shields are a great way to make a pretty scary raid boss. In fact, it's even a raid boss who can help boost your team's economy in the long run. Outside of the pistol round though, where else might you want to buy these shields? Well, let's say you want a force buy. Normally, that might look like buying light armor with an
There's 3
upgraded weapon
magazines in this
and some
bag
utility to
for
boot. You can have
M14.
something as cheap as a sheriff or as expensive as a rifle. Something unique that can really affect the outcome of these rounds is the ultimate economy. If you have a lot of high impact ultimates like early jet knives or killjoy lockdown, you might want to consider regen shields. That's because if you're able to win the round and survive after using these ultimates, you don't have to rebuy shields. That alone can stack you up to buy better weapons and snowball your economy. Even if you lose, it only costs you 250 additional credits for that extra survivability, so why not take the risk for the cost? On the topic of risk versus cost, remember earlier in the VCT meta when Fnatic started buying light shields every full buy to snowball their economy? Imagine, instead, a team that only buys regen shields. The more rounds they survive, the more rounds they can build an economy, and the more rounds they can buy Vandals and Phantoms. The effects of regen shields can be far-reaching, but is this strat as viable as it used to be? Well, maybe not. In contrast to the first 3 rounds in the match, regen shields are definitely a bit more niche later on. Generally speaking, I wouldn't really recommend buying regen shields in both full buys and half buys. The reason for that is that most of the time, your priority is to buy a good weapon first, after which you want to get heavy armor to negate the phantom headshot, outlaw one-shots, and other funny interactions we talked about. Meanwhile, if we assume you don't have money for full shields, light shields are usually a better call since they'll allow you to buy extra abilities. Only if you're in the rare situation where you have everything you want, but are just a few credits short of buying full shields, does it really make sense to invest the extra credits to upgrade to regen shields. There's maybe an argument you could make for regen shields if you have a comp with a lot of heals, like one that has both a Sage and a Skye, and your enemies are all playing Vandals. For that situation, regen shields are almost straight up better for cheaper, considering you can tank some bullets and continually get back to a number of hit points where you can tank 3 Vandal shots. However, I think you can see that those are very specific conditions that all need to be met and often aren't. Finally, buying regen shields on ecos is a little shaky since often you do not want to buy anything to be able to afford a full buy into the next round. If you're buying regen shields at the cost of you having to play a Spectre in
Barry,
your full buy,
leave her alone.
you're definitely doing something wrong.
No.
That's all you need to know for now. Thanks for
Get her
watching.
away from drinking water.
Alright, if we're gonna go, we have to go relatively soon, guys.
Duelists are by far the favorite pick when it comes to Valorant ranked. Over 1/3 of people log in duelists on average, and there are most
We're not gonna have
agents in the
enough
duelist
time.
category.
Sunlight.
But how many times do you have a duelist on your team that ends up playing away from the rest of the team, waiting for kills, and not saying a single word the entire game? Or quite the opposite, where your duelist is literally running it down into the enemy spawn every round with nothing to support them. It's an important role, not to mention the one with the most eyes on it. But what exactly makes a good duelist? And is it something that could fit into your own ranked games? Hey guys, it's Kentucky here, and in this video, I'll be breaking down what makes a good duelist, as well as what you need to focus on if you want to win more of your ranked games while playing.
It's fine, battery's
But real quick,
fine,
if you'd
engine's
like more
fine.
personalized help
This
to
car's
rank
pretty
up
much
and your rank
perfect.
is at least silver, me and my team
Got
of
enough
Radiant
car
and BCT
capacity to
coaches
bring
will
everyone.
help you rank up 500 RR in just 10 weeks, guaranteed, or you get your money back inside
We going on a
the
trip?
Total Roadmap program. You'll be getting over 100 hours of personalized coaching with hands-on drills, scrims, and one.
One second. I think I just stabbed my hand trying to open this beef can
Sometimes somebody else needs to try and do it. Mod
a bit
things.
concerning.
Mod things.
What happened?
It can kill you if you're
You
solo.
gonna start it, David? I reckon it's the battery. It's less than 10%, so it might be the fact that that's the case. So I'm gonna switch out the battery. I'm just gonna switch out the battery. Oh no, don't tell me that's the case. Alright, give me a second. I have to quickly fix this bogan way.
One-on-ones, make sure you learn everything you need to hit Immortal Plus. So if you're serious about putting in the work to see results like some of our players, and you want to work with world-class coaches like Milan, who won champs in 2021, click the link in the description below to book a free call with me or one of our coaches to see if we'd be a good fit. And hurry, because we just opened up signups for the next season of the program, and limited
We'll have
spots
to do for
fill
what
up
we need it to
fast.
do.
Now, back to the video. There are currently 7 duelists to choose from, each with their own unique strengths, weaknesses, and overall playstyle. Therefore, every duelist works a bit differently, but they can be categorized into 2 main styles. But before I dive straight into what makes a good duelist in general, I think it's helpful to first go through the 2 main types of duelists that are currently in the game. First up, you have entry duelists, which will also be the main focus later on this video, as they best fit the duelist idea that most people probably already have in their minds. In general though, these are the duelists with
So
strong
basically what I just needed that to
mainly
do
those that
is to
close the
move
gap
it
on the
away
enemy and make it
from
hard
the
for
wall
enemies
so
to
I
deal
can
with
actually
you as you
access
move
the
forward
hood
and take
without,
lots of
you know,
space. Name some examples:
me walking
Jet
into the
with her
fucking
dash
car.
and or updraft into the smoke, Neon with her sprint, slide, and wall, and Raze with her satchels. These duelists
Now
are
I can
able
go
to run into
uninstall,
first and create space for the team using their abilities and putting heavy pressure on
uninstall
the
the battery,
enemy's
and just swap car
That's why you
batteries
see
pretty
entry
much. This
duelists on
car's
almost every
fucked
single
as
team
it is,
comp in rank
so
and professional play. And you'll see supporting
You know,
agents
wouldn't
who
have to
play
have, like,
around
you
the
know,
entry
stick of
duelist
butter or
to
something.
ensure duelists can secure kills and
there's a stick of
space.
butter upstairs if you want it.
But that's not all there is to these entry duelists. Because alongside having very strong entry power,
Are
these
you
duelists
underweight or
also
something?
excel at pushing the
I'm
powerful
underweight,
element
count.
of the operator and taking risky fights on aims that other agents usually can't take.
He's like
Because of
half.
abilities like
Thanks,
Jet
Impending
Dash and Zone
Masterpieces.
Sprint, entry duelists can take early fights and are able to disengage much more quickly with also much less risk than, let's say, Astra, for example. I'll go into a lot more detail later on, but first, let's cover the other duelist type, secondary duelists. Secondary duelists are exactly what the name suggests. They often are the second player to go in right after the entry, and they often do not have the movement utility to help take space as much as the main entry duelist. The main agents that fit into this category are ISO, Reyna, and Phoenix. Unlike entry duelists, they have slightly more supportive utility, but at large, still maintain self-sufficient abilities to help win more of their duels. For example, Reyna has flashes to help her and her team take fights and enter onto sites, but she also has a dismiss to disengage and take more aggressive duels. For ISO, he has a shield to win duels on his own, but he also has initiator-like utility with his undercut, making enemies vulnerable, and his wall that also helps him take some space. And Phoenix is not much different with his flashes, wall, and molly, which he can either use selfishly or for his team, depending on the situation. Although all these agents would struggle to take space as well as Jet, Raze, or Neon, they're still very good at taking one-on-one fights while also being able to support the entry duelist with their utility. Now, you might have noticed that I've only listed 6 out of the 7 duelists so far, which brings me onto my next point, Yoru. Yoru is the most versatile duelist when it comes to how he can use his utility, playstyle, and options when fighting. This makes him a bit of a hybrid who can take on both roles. When acting as the entry duelist, Yoru can use his TP to close the gap between him and his enemy. Then he can throw a flash to support himself, with even a clone to use as a distraction if needed. He can do this alongside
Everyone,
other entry
enough,
duelists,
let's go.
or be supported by an initiator and play as the only duelist on the team. Or if Yoru wants to act more as a support, he can use his teleport as a tool to disengage, and use his flashes to support the entry duelist going in. Overall, he's the most flexible duelist, and if you're looking to learn a second duelist to add to your agent pool, Yoru is a great option. Now that we've got a good base understanding of the types of duelists and how they function, we can focus on the most common playstyle of a duelist, being an entry. So what makes a good entry, and what do you need to which team gets
Alright.
the opening kill.
Get in the cab.
Therefore, it is
We'll be heading
arguably
out.
the most important job of duelists to go and get one. In order to get an opening and get away with it though, good duelist
Where we
players
go?
Remember to switch seats.
exceptional skills when it comes
Oh,
to
hey, how
Oh,
are
we're
we?
heading to Rosewood.
peeking 3 enemies at once.
Oh,
you're
sick, I
not
get to
gonna
pick
be
up shit from my
expected
house.
to get a pick and get out. In fact,
Switch
you're
seats,
gonna
Frega.
take extreme whiffs, you'll be
Go in 2
successful,
spots.
and manage to get
2
away.
entry
Of
points.
course, just isolate
Alright,
yourself
Hurricane, get in.
doesn't guarantee victory.
Passenger
It does
side,
mean
and
that
then
in the
switch
worst case
seats.
scenario, your teammates have a much better chance of trading you out as well. Therefore, one of the first and the most valuable tips to be aware of is making sure you are isolating fights with the enemy. One of the biggest misconceptions duelist players have when looking for
I should probably go grab a backpack of food and stuff.
Where they need to fight one
Alright.
angle no matter what the situation. When
One sec.
slowly
Am I gonna be
defeating
driving?
the enemy, it is important
No,
to
I'll just
make
grab this
sure that
backpack, it's
you
fine.
fight angles slowly instead of going completely wide.
Devin.
Not only does this ensure that
Come
you're
on,
Yeah, that's what I'm
not
driving.
swinging into like 5 enemies at the same
Devin,
time,
bro,
it
I
also
want to
allows
drive
you to
this car.
keep
Oh,
your
bro,
exactly where
you
you're
said like, do I want
Set
to
up
drive? I
your
said
flight
yeah.
and make adjustments when
Oh,
switching
you thought I was
sides.
saying I
Along
don't
the
want to
way,
drive.
that entry duelists have.
Yes, I thought you said, do you want to drive, David?
You can easily isolate
Yeah, yeah, no, I definitely want to drive this car. Trust me.
chances of successfully getting a first blood. Once you understand how to take fights individually, another thing great duelists need to have an understanding of is how to incorporate your team's available utility into
Alright.
your pushes and plays.
Everyone's
This will
in?
vary from game to game,
Yep,
but the
Hurricane
best
Krieger.
potentially supportive utility, such as flashes,
Dude.
and reveals, can make your life as a duelist so much easier when
What are you shooting, Krieger?
Take the example
I mean,
of
That's
David.
me.
Alright, let's go.
flash or stun.
Guns and
Flying
legs.
deep into main early will give you a much more advantageous fight than swinging dry. Therefore, good duelists in ranked. will
I
get
can't sleep while the car's moving, lame.
in VCT. Of course, you don't
Alright, sleep,
directly
sleep,
lead your
sleep,
team,
sleep.
but a good duelist should be able to communicate their
Tell me when you're
intentions
sleeping.
clearly and ask for
Oh,
support.
because I talked, it stopped.
And guess what? The same applies to enemy util.
Yeah, it
Making sure that
it
you're
shouldn't stop you from sleeping when you're talking.
Because it's my control
I was talking
button.
at-
It's my like right
Don't
click.
get
It's my
forced
aiming
back
button.
without being able to take a fight. Looking at the enemy team comp and thinking about how
Because I got a
Like, go
pistol.
on the
actually.
Empyrean sleep.
will help you know what angles you might want to avoid and which angles you can exploit to win more opening fights. For example, on the defender side of A long on Haven, you might want to play back early to avoid the enemy breach stun or Sova dart and look to swing after with your dash pop, securing a kill while avoiding all their utility. Even with this information, a vital part of being a duelist is knowing when and where to take fights. Making sure you aren't running it down or forcing unnecessary fights is extremely important, as you can quickly spiral into feeding the enemy team kills and putting your team in a heavy disadvantage. If the enemy team is putting most of their util to fight for the first angles they clear, you can always play further back and take the fight to them only once they have used most of their util. Now, most of the things we've spoken about so far have been focused on general gameplay and how to take fights compared to other roles. But as much as fighting is important, it isn't just specific to duelists. Looking back at the role of the duelist, they need to be able to make space, and one of the key times this can be applied is during executes. This is where good duelists utilize proper entry pathing to maximize the space they take onto site while avoiding as much of the Sentinel's utility and threats as possible. In this section, I'll be running through some different examples of good entry pathing and some rules to follow and be aware of. Depending on the Sentinel or enemy team comp you're playing against, you'll need to approach entry pathing slightly differently. Each Sentinel has their own strengths and weaknesses, and understanding each one can increase your chances of being able to punish them on site. If we focus on executing into a Cypher setup, the best way to counter him is to path vertically, which specifically applies to Jet and Raze. This way, you can avoid ground level tripwires and put pressure on the Cypher while your team scales onto the site and breaks the trips behind you. With Raze specifically, you can even use your paint shells to break a wide area of trips for your team before scaling out. And with Neon, it might be best if you slow down your execute and try to get your team to help you break trips, for example, with shock darts, Raze nades, KO knife, or fade utility before you end up scaling out onto site. Now, specifically for Yoru, you can have your clone hit the trip first so you can shoot and break it, or you can teleport past the tripwires, so if you're playing Yoru against a Cypher, consider abusing these mechanics to your advantage. Moving on to Killjoy, her utility mainly aims to delay the enemies behind the duelist and funnel the enemy into an area where she can fight comfortably. Most duelists are able to run through close mollies initially, but the importance here is slowing down after you get onto site and allowing your team to scale after the mollies run out. For example, this can mean re-smoking yourself after dashing to switch on B to protect yourself, or baiting the mollies with a neon wall before scaling out fully with your team. Killjoy counters non-movement agents the most, but can also play a setup to punish entry duelists though, is that even though Killjoy might not be the scariest team on the entry duelist, it can really ruin your team's push if you ignore the rest of your squad and assume they're going out right behind you. Be a little bit more patient and try to almost divide your push into two bursts. For the other Sentinels, Sage, Deadlock, and Feist aren't as great at maintaining map control and gaining info compared to Killjoy and Cypher, so they're also played a bit less. But they make up for it with their powerful stalls, which can be easy to deal with if you know how. Once you break the Sage wall, she has 2 slows and that's about it. When Deadlock uses her barrier mesh, she doesn't have much to hold off a push anymore. If you can bait out Feist's wall and wait out or shoot her thorns, she also doesn't pose a big threat. As such, the primary way you deal with these Sentinels is by breaking or baiting out their utility and either canceling the hit to potentially re-hit the same site later, or continuing your execute anyway if you expect the enemy rotations to be late. Perhaps it goes without saying, but Chamber isn't that special in the way you deal with it. He has a trip, sure, but it doesn't tend to hold back teams as much as other Sentinel utility, and it can be shot relatively easily. The scariest thing about a Chamber though is that he'll usually make an aggressive play at the start of the round. To counter that, make sure you use some early util, and if the util lands, try to dive the Chamber quickly to overwhelm it. And finally, there's a bit of a pseudo Sentinel, which is Viper. And when playing against Viper, the only thing to focus on is when to push out onto site. Viper's heavy stopping power relies on her Toxin and her Molly, so baiting out those util before moving towards an execute, for example, using some utilities such as a nade or wall and executing as soon as her wall goes down, is optimal for punishing the Viper's anchor. Now, I think that should cover everything, so let me know if you have any more questions down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. From a small indie company's first FPS to a powerhouse across multiple platforms, metas and weapons have changed drastically with Valorant over the last 4 years. And with the most recent patch, 9.10, one of the wildest changes to Valorant was introduced, the regenerating shields. This shield changes everything about how the game will be played with its unique stats, interactions, and more. So sit back, relax.
Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. Now in Project Zomboid, one of the most time-consuming aspects of the game is leveling your character's skills. Every single one has its own requirements and best techniques that newer or even some experienced players won't know. So in this video, I'll be taking every crafting and every survival skill from Project Zomboid and explaining how to level each one in the quickest way possible. I'll leave some chapters in this video so that you can always come back and refer to the specific section of this video that you need, and as always, if you find it useful, be sure to drop it a like to help the channel and subscribe for more tips and guides like this one. So first and foremost, I want to kick this guide off by saying that whatever skill you're going to be learning, you will always have better experience, giving you a constant source of food when you're fishing is leveled. You can choose the occupation fisherman for 3 levels in fishing, or the trait angler for 1 level in fishing. Now, this is quite a complex one, so try to stay with me and feel free to watch this back if you need to. Firstly, we have 2 methods of fishing. We can either use a spear to spearfish, which is faster than regular fishing, but we can't use bait to increase our success chances, and the chance of actually catching something is lower than just using a fishing rod. As the best XP from fishing comes from actually catching items, I recommend using a fishing rod. Next, we need to select our bait. If you need something quickly, worms are the easiest to find. You can get these by digging in the ground with a trowel or a shovel, as well as when removing grass. When you catch something, this bait will be consumed. The best bait to use, if available, is fishing tackle, which increases the chances you'll actually catch fish instead of junk items. They also have a condition, which means that you can use them over multiple casts, unlike any live bait, and the things. Firstly, really sorry about my voice. I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, but most of the voiceover was recorded before I got sick, so you won't have to put up with that for very long. It's been quite some time now since I've done any real guide content for new players for Project Zomboid. In fact, many of them are over 2 years old at this stage, so I figured it was about time I made something a bit more up to date. In this video, I'll be covering 101 tips for Project Zomboid, mostly aimed at new players, but even if you're a veteran, I'd bet you'll find 1 or 2 things you didn't know in this video. As always, drop the video a like if you find something useful, and subscribe for more content just like this. I'd like to say a very special thank you to the guys behind Nakwon Last Paradise for sponsoring this video, an extraction-based zombie survival game based in Seoul, South Korea. You'll find yourself living in the last shelter known to exist in a world devastated by a zombie outbreak. Stealth and using audio distractions to your advantage is incredibly important as you traverse dangerous surroundings looking for supplies to stay alive, doing your best to avoid an untimely demise at the hands of either zombies or other survivors looking to take what you've earned. If you do well, you'll earn higher citizen grades, which gives you access to better equipment, and with no laws or rules outside the settlement, you can choose how to approach that challenge. Maybe you'll loot, maybe you'll kill and steal. If you want to give this tense, cutthroat experience a try, Nakwon has a pre-alpha test coming soon on November 29th, so click the link in the description, wishlist the game, and you'll be ready to explore the streets of Seoul. You can also keep up to date with the game on Twitter or join their Discord to hear all about upcoming updates. Good luck, and thanks again to Nakwon for today's sponsor. At the very start of your game, start by looting the house you spawn in and sticking close to your spawn region. Things are naturally going to be a little bit quieter there, and you'll often find something you can use as a weapon, which will be a huge help for beginners. Watch Life and Living on any TV at 6 AM, 12 PM and 6 PM. This is when TV shows will be playing that give you XP in various skills. Cooking skill is at 6 AM, carpentry at 12 PM, and survival skills at 6 PM. Reading books associated to skills before learning them will give you a massive XP multiplier for any XP gains. Some VHS tapes found in-game can be used to gain XP in skills. Some are obvious, like Carzone providing mechanics. Others are hidden, like Mother's Boy, giving a single tick of Shortblade XP. Get familiar with Project Zomboid in vanilla, completely unmodded, before adding mods to the game. This will allow you to get a good grasp for the experience and appreciate the differences when you add mods later. Be aware that at the time of this video, there is a bug where car doors are left open despite them looking closed. This is a known issue that can easily lead to an untimely death. Locked doors can be smashed down by any weapon, but axes will always do this quicker than other weapon options. If there's a door you want to open that's locked, try luring zombies into the building and killing them until one drops a key. If a zombie dies in a building with a locked room, it has a chance to spawn the key for that locked door. If you have a key for a locked door, you can actually dismantle that door, transfer the doorknob to a crafted door of your own, and the same key will still work for the newly placed door you created. Essentially, keys are linked to the doorknob directly. If a window is locked, you can smash through it, but be sure you're using a weapon when doing so. Otherwise, your character will use their arm and risk cutting themselves, or worse, lodging glass in their arm. Once a window is smashed, you should remove the broken glass for the same reason. There is a small chance to cut yourself when doing this unless you wear gloves. Zombies will be drawn to noise, including generators placed at your safe house. Try to place them in a central location so they aren't near any zombies lurking outside your base. It always pays to have exterior walls for this reason. Using the Walk To command on the right-click menu will automatically path your character through obstacles like trees, calculating the best path available. This can help you avoid scratches from wading through trees whilst escaping zombies if used effectively. In the vanilla Project Zomboid, the power and water are set to shut off between the times of 0 and 30 days. You should try to prepare accordingly by acquiring a generator, the knowledge to use one, and alternative water sources as quickly as possible. Some random radios in Project Zomboid will have the automated emergency frequency. This frequency is randomized, so writing it down when you find it can be a huge help later. The automated emergency frequency will tell you the current weather, the weather for the next day, whether any harsh weather conditions are expected, like storms, and it also gives you a one-day warning ahead of the helicopter event arriving. The helicopter event works by spawning a large amount of zombies in your current area. Even if you avoid the helicopter itself, those zombies will still spawn, so it's important to be prepared. One of the best ways to avoid the helicopter event is to identify when it's arriving using a radio and then spending that day away from your base in a vehicle. Once it arrives, you can just drive around for a while until it moves on. When it does, return home safely and the large zombie spawns will be nowhere near your safe house. Otherwise, if you have no vehicle available, you can cover your safe house windows with curtains or sheets, and this will cut off the helicopter's line of sight. Do this, spend the time indoors reading skill books or completing other tasks in the comfort of your safe house, and be ready to clear large zombie hordes when the helicopter is gone. Turning on lights can attract zombies, another good reason to cover your windows with sheets or curtains, even on the upper floors of your safe house. One tried and tested method for keeping zombies from accessing your safe house is to base on a second floor and use a sledgehammer to knock out the stairs. Just make sure you have spare sheet ropes, nails, and a hammer available to make alternative ways to access your base. Zombies can knock down sheet ropes left hanging from windows. Be aware of this risk when using the last tip at your safe house. The Louisville checkpoint is a tough hurdle to overcome for those wanting to explore the city. Bring something capable of smashing through the gates, such as an axe or a sledgehammer, and a vehicle to drive through before the hordes can get on top of you. Alternatively to my last tip, there's a hole in the fence line that contains Louisville to the corner of the map. This lies to the east along a dirt path. When attempting to visit Louisville for the first time, make sure you come prepared. Expect many more zombies than you've seen elsewhere and have a planned destination in mind for a safe house in the area. Make sure to bring plenty of weapons. Keeping a good sleep schedule in Project Zomboid is important to avoid dangerous outings at night. You can set an alarm using any watch. I'd suggest using this to wake your character just before the 6 AM Life and Living show. When the water has shut off, you can build a rain collector above any sink, toilet, or other running water source to provide fresh, clean water that doesn't need to be purified. You can barricade windows from the inside to reduce the risk that zombies will path to them. If you place them on the outside of a window, there is an increased chance that zombies will path over to them and start to destroy them. If you want to go to maximum protection of your safe house, you can barricade both sides of any window to put a total of 8 barricades between you and the infected. Or you can place 2 barricades on each side to ensure you can still use the window for vision. In the event that your carpentry skill isn't high enough to build rain collectors when the water mains shut off, look out for water coolers in office buildings or other government buildings like fire or police stations. These hold 250 units of water and can be a great way to mitigate water problems until you can build a permanent solution. If you can't find any water coolers, your next best bet is to collect water using any cooking pots, bowls, or any other containers you have, then boiling it over a fire or in an oven. This will create clean, drinkable water. Umbrellas can actually be used in your secondary hand slot to stop rain from hitting your character, as well as being used as a weapon. It seems simple, but often overlooked. Radios and televisions can be played to reduce stress and anxiety, but be careful. Often news reports can do the opposite, as they tell the story of unfolding chaos due to the outbreak. In your Project Zomboid settings, you can turn on the aim outline for all weapons. This will make zombies in range of your attacks appear green and can help when learning how to fight in the early stages of the game especially. Keep in mind this only refers to distance, and you can still miss your attacks if you turn your character too far outside of the swing arc of your weapon. Traits are a highly debated topic in Project Zomboid, but some that I consider to be freebies for new players are prone to illness, weak stomach, and slow healer. Sickness is only caused by infected wounds, which are preventable. Weak stomach only affects you if you eat rotten or burnt food. And as for slow healer, almost every serious wound is entirely preventable or avoidable once you know their causes. Good traits for new players to pick that are beneficial to your character include fast learner for more XP gains in everything you do, strong or stout for more carry weight, skill quickly, gather all of the watches you find from zombies. They are incredibly easy to carry in large amounts, meaning they can be dismantled en masse for huge XP gains. If you manage to pick up the common cold in Project Zomboid, bring toilet paper or tissues and place them in your secondary
I don't
slot.
see any
Your
Zeds.
character will use them to mute their
Nothing here.
sneezes and thus prevent them from attracting zombies. Several random
Oh,
Hey, for fuck's
survival
sake.
stories can spawn in the world, such as the very rare Jason
Had- I was so
Voorhees
close there.
with a hockey mask and machete, or more common occurrences like house fires with firefighter vehicles outside. Almost all of these scenarios have useful items in some way or another. If you're missing
Well,
a
what I can
torch
do
or
is
a
shut on
flashlight
the
in
siren on
darker
this thing.
hours, especially indoors
Oh, that's
where
a big
the game
horde.
can be
Whoa.
at its darkest, consider using a
That bitch
lighter.
was
You
right
won't get
there.
much light from it, but it will allow you to see at least a small radius around your
That would
character.
have really fucked up
You
my
can
day,
gain
wouldn't it?
extra XP whilst cooking by first cooking ingredients individually, before then adding them to dishes that you'll cook again. It sounds simple, but a lot of players
So yeah, what
overlook
if
this
I
one as a
turn on the
chance to
siren,
gain extra
put the
XP.
lights towards here, and then
Using
funnel in
fences
three
or
out.
windows during
Just
combat
shoot
can
it.
be beneficial. Wait for the zombie to climb over and time your
Sort
attack
it out.
right to get an instant kill whilst they're on the ground. When fighting large amounts of zombies, we want to try and stagger their approach so you're only dealing with one at a time. Mix in spacebar pushes with your regular attack to push away multiple zombies at once. Backpedal whilst fighting to buy you time and use obstacles to slow them down. Zombie aggro works by line of sight and memory,
guys ready?
not distance. If a zombie loses
It's gonna
sight,
attract
it
a lot
will
of them.
remember
Boy,
your
I'm going
unseen
down.
location for a short period of time and will continue to
going to be?
pursue. For this reason, loop around buildings, through trees, or anything else that cuts off line of sight instead of just running away.
Already on
easier
the
on the
fucking
ears.
rules.
Area you picked up the zombie aggro even better, as this space will often now be cleared of zombies since you've dragged them away. A great video for learning how zombie aggro works is linked in the description and is absolutely worth a watch, being something many new players struggle with most. Blunt weapons will not damage.
Yeah, I ran in from,
clothing.
like,
Keep this in
this
mind
way
when
over
you spot
here,
a zombie with a leather
and I
jacket
only
or
caught like 3
leather
zombies on the way in.
vest that you want to keep intact to
I didn't follow the road.
if you can get close to a
Alright.
zombie from behind with a short
It's the
blade
path I took
weapon,
on the way over the
form
first time.
an instant
You
kill.
want me to move
This
the
can
car up?
also sometimes happen when a zombie is approaching, but it's
gonna get right in my
more
diaries.
difficult to time it right. Watch for your character's offhand raising up as an indication that this is possible. Spears also have a special attack. If you sprint for a short time, your character will lower his spear to use it in a charge attack. Let go of the sprint key and this will happen automatically. You can walk faster than most zombies, which can drastically help to preserve your stamina. Fatigue can mean death of your character, so use jog sparingly and avoid sprinting altogether. There are a couple of good ways to clear hordes of zombies, one being the campfire method. Make a campfire, then lure the zombies over said fire, and they'll spread it between themselves. Eventually, this will lead to the death of all the zombies in the area. Your blood pressure might be up at the end of it though. Most guns in Project Zomboid can't be used efficiently until higher levels. The best weapons to use at low-level aiming skills are shotguns and the M36 revolver. Both of these weapons are easiest to use at low levels, resulting in more hits and thus more XP gains. If you're planning to use firearms for clearing zombies, bring much more ammo than you feel you'll need. You will always end up attracting more zombies than you expect, and you'll rattle through ammo incredibly quickly. Weapon jams can occur more frequently the lower the condition of your weapon. To clear these quickly, rather than going through menus, press X. Shotguns and revolvers, unlike any other firearm in the game, cannot jam, even if their condition is very low. Keep in mind that if you choose to put attachments on your weapons, everything above a red dot sight in terms of magnification will actually make your weapons less effective at close range. Choose carefully when applying them. If you sustain a wound such as a scratch or laceration, make sure to change the bandage regularly to avoid infection. These need to be changed more often after the wound first occurs, since it will bleed more regularly. If you do get an infection, you can clean the wound with alcohol wipes, take antibiotics, or use sterilized bandages to fight it before it causes illness. Bandages can be sterilized either by using a bottle of disinfectant, alcohol like bourbon, or if you don't have either of these, boiling some water in a broken glass with bare feet and then fixing those wounds repeatedly. You'll need to rest in between and keep the bandages clean to avoid further complications. When you get a wound, it's always worth checking it immediately on the health panel. Whilst most wounds bleed slowly and can be patched up after you get out of danger, neck wounds bleed incredibly quickly and can mean death in no time at all. Panic is caused by high amounts of zombies, or if your character is surprised by the sudden presence of a zombie. Panic causes a decrease in critical hit chance, a slight reduction in weapon damage, and at extreme levels of panic, a narrower field of view. Beta blockers are often a quick remedy for panic in a pinch.
I need to unbox some more bullets real
Caused
quick.
by prolonged presence around high amounts of zombies. If your character is potentially infected, waking up due to night terrors, or having not smoked in a while with the smoker trait, it will cause slight reductions to causes your character to become unhappy. The unhappy moodle is caused by prolonged stress, boredom, or the consumption of certain food items. This makes all timed actions slower at increasing amounts per level, including equipping weapons, looting, crafting, and so on. Literature items, alcohol, or food items can help with unhappiness. Spending high amounts of time around corpses is not advised and will cause your character to feel queasy, developing to sickness if not remedied, as well as making your character unhappy. Bury corpses in graves or
little bit
conduct
late to the
corpse
party there,
burnings to
Krieger.
avoid this.
Yeah, okay.
Level carpentry easily by crafting spears
Always
in the
fashionably
early
late.
levels. You can dismantle items if you'd like instead, but this is
Yes, sir.
often frowned upon in multiplayer servers and doesn't give you much in return, since most of the time you won't dismantle them successfully. If you're chopping up logs for your safe house construction projects, the 4-stack of logs is the most efficient when it comes to weight reduction. It is considerably
I think
more
that's
efficient
literally
than
all of them.
storing them
There
into
wasn't that many in this
Wait,
place anyway.
hang on, no. Gatto's hearing gunshots all the way from his
One
area.
of your crops picks up a disease. This will prevent that disease from spreading to the other
Shit, let's
crops
roll out to
until
his
you're
place.
ready to deal with it. Farming is less productive
Might be some
during
people that
winter,
need help.
with many crops unable to survive the winter months.
I'm gonna go die.
Make sure you plan ahead and harvest your crops before then.
Just
Building
move back,
composters as soon
David.
as possible to gather fertilizer is a great
luck.
way to accrue worms
Thanks.
for fishing,
Alright.
as well as increasing
Roll
your
out.
crop yield. There are
He's,
several food
he's standing
warehouses
by.
around the map, like these ones south of Louisville, containing massive amounts of fresh produce. They are unrefrigerated, so will often be rotten by the time you get to them, making them fantastic for composters without using your own food supply. There are 3 types of diseases for crops in Project Zomboid, and each has a different cure. The 3 diseases are mildew, insects, and devil's water fungi. Mildew will cause your plants to grow at a slower rate and can be cured by combining milk with a spray can. You will need to read a magazine to learn this recipe or use the farmer occupation. Insects cause a plant to need much more water than its counterpart healthy plants. This can be cured using a spray can filled with 3 units of water and 5 cigarettes. Again, you'll need to read a magazine to learn this recipe or take the farmer occupation. Lastly, devil's water fungi causes smaller crop yields from infected plants. The cure is to keep the plant below 10% of the minimum water required for that plant type, which is complicated at the best of times. Instead, it's usually best just to remove this plant entirely to keep the rest of your crops safe and save that extra hassle. You can then replant another crop in its place. Plants will become harvestable during the second to last phase of their lifespan. There is one final stage called the seed-bearing stage that will give you more seeds to replant after, so it's often worth waiting for this stage unless you have an abundance of seeds available already. Fishing is less productive in the winter months. Fish at other times of the year to ensure you're stocked up for those winter months in advance. Fish between the hours of 4 AM and 7 AM or 6 PM to 9 PM to increase your chance to catch fish. This is when they are most active and your catch rates will be increased by 10%. If you are pursuing fishing as a skill, keep hold of your fishing tackle until later levels. Whilst leveling, instead consider using worms or other insects. The worst bait is the bait fish, which is easily acquired but increases your chance of catching junk, whereas worms will increase the catch chances specifically for fish. Acquire worms by digging or using a composter. You can use crafted spears to fish in a pinch, which actually attempt to catch fish at a faster rate than fishing with a standard fishing rod, but have a significantly lower chance to actually make a successful catch. Tailoring can be leveled quickly in the early stages by ripping up lots of clothes from zombies. Do this until about tailoring level 3 with the help of skill books. After level 3, start to sew patches onto clothing and removing them again for XP. The best item to use for this are coveralls, as they have the most places to sew patches out of any clothing item. Leather patches provide the most protection of any patches available. Once you've found what you want to wear, these are your best option if you're concerned about extra protection for your gear. When it comes to the trapping skill, you need to place traps at least 50 tiles away from areas you are active in. If you place them too close to areas that you are active, you will not catch anything. Certain baits have higher chances to catch animals in traps than others. This depends on what animal you are trying to catch. For rabbits, the best bait is naturally carrots, but a full table is available on the Project Zomboid wiki. Rabbits are generally the best animals to catch as they have the most meat out of all the trappable animals in most cases. When foraging in Project Zomboid, now associated with the search function, you'll actually have different percentage rates to find item categories in different biomes. For example, medicinal plants are most commonly found in forests or deep forest biomes, whereas vegetables are most commonly found in farm and farmland biomes. Here is a full table from the Project Zomboid wiki representing these rates in different areas. Several other factors affect foraging, such as weather conditions or seasons. As an example, firewood is 50% easier to find in autumn or fall. Most berries, vegetables, or medicinal plants cannot be found in the winter months. When using the search function, things in the world as parts of the map design will actively affect what you find. For example, if you see some trash on the ground, you might find a garbage bag or a broken bottle here. If there's a crack in the tarmac, you're more likely to find things like chipped stones here. If you take the short-sighted trait in Project Zomboid, this will affect your search radius when using the search function. This can be remedied by simply wearing some glasses. Most foraged berries have a chance to be poisonous. You'll need to have picked the herbalist trait at the character creation screen to be able to identify them, or read the herbalist magazine. They will be marked with a green poisonous icon. However, blueberries and blackberries will never be poisonous and can be consumed freely. If you eat 1/4 of a poisonous berry, your character will survive. Any more than that and you're risking death, so be incredibly careful if you can't identify which berries are safe to eat. An easy way to level machines that only requires a screwdriver is to remove and replace the lights on every car you come across. Radios can be removed too without having the keys for the car. Vehicles have a few extra functions that many players don't know about. You can turn on the heater in the winter months or use it to blow cool air in the summer, for example. Cruise control on vehicles is available, and this can bypass the Sunday driver traits. Hold the shift key and press W to lock the vehicle at your current speed. Pressing it again will increase the speed in increments, and pressing S while still holding shift will decrease the speed in increments. Pressing W without holding shift